Hey guys, how's it going? If you follow my husband on IG, he is doing a live right now with my daughter cooking. Man, oh man, this guy's got skills in the kitchen with this little girl. But anyways, I just wanted to come on here because I know that so many of you are feeling, super stressed out right now. There's so much going on. And so I was talking earlier on in, my private coaching group, Nourish the Weight Loss System for Busy Moms, about different, stress reducing strategies. And I think that this one has served me probably the most throughout the course of the past 2 weeks, because what it basically does is it shines a light on what's going on right now so that you can say to yourself, okay, this is sort of like the state of the nation, and here's why things aren't that bad. And so what the technique is, I actually got it from Brene Brown. It's super easy. There's 3 steps to it. So she calls it, now if your kids are in the room, either put your earbuds in right now or turn the volume down. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to do that. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She calls it the fucking first time. And the reason why I love this so much is because right now, this is where we are all at. The reason why she calls it the fucking first time is because if you guys have ever been in a situation for the first time before, and you feel, or you're coming up against something for the first time, you tend to feel a lot of resistance. You tend to feel like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. This sucks. This is horrible. I say this all the time. I have a love-hate relationship with yoga. And so, every single time, if I haven't done yoga for a while, my first yoga class, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is bullshit. I hate this. I hate this. But the minute that you realize that this is an FTT situation, and you can actually teach this to your kids, and I teach it to Maddie, except I turn it into a TFT, a tricky first time situation. The reason why it's so important is because it just helps shine a light on exactly what you're feeling and what's going on. And so there are 3 steps. So the first one is to normalize it. And what Brene means by this is that you want to understand, you want to give it a name. And so you want to be able to say to yourself, this is what's going on. This is the very first time that, we've ever gone through a global pandemic where we've all been stuck in our house. This is the first time. This is going to be hard. I'm feeling this is the very first time I've ever been trapped in the house with the kids before, and my husband, who normally I love, but now I just want to put a knife in every single day because we're together all the time. And so you want to give it a name. And so by giving it a name, a lot of people think, by naming something, it sort of removes the power. And Brene talks about this too. But by giving it a name, you actually empower yourself, because you're able to say, this is the first time that, X has happened. And by normalizing it, you're giving yourself permission to feel uneasy, to feel overwhelmed, to feel stressed out. Now, the second thing that she says, which I think is huge, is to put it into perspective. And it's basically obvious. Have any of us ever gone through a global pandemic like this before? No. Have any of us ever been trapped in our house with our families before? No. Have any of us ever been bombarded by, I'm sure previous generations, that have gone to war and everything, but my generation, have I ever experienced this before? No. And so, having that perspective to say, I've never gone through something like this before, gives you an awareness to, or again, that permission to say, this is the first time I've been through this. It's the first time. So it's normal for me to feel this way. However, with that perspective, it's important to then look back at other times in your life where you have gone through tricky, fucking first times, and come out of it. For example, for me, after I had my daughter Sienna, so my girls are 18 months apart. So for all you mamas who have kids that are 2 under 2, you know that shit ain't easy. And so the first 4 months of Sienna's life were probably the hardest of my life. I was running my business. I had 2 kids under 2. I had an 18-month-old and a brand new baby. I was sleep deprived. Marcus was working. My mom was over here often, but I had never had 2 kids. Every single day I woke up dreading it. Every single day. I can look back and be like, oh my God, it was so hard. But I got through it. And so having that perspective, and I realize too now that every single day got better. Like the more that you're in it, the more that you can, anchor yourself and ground yourself in your schedules, in your rituals and stuff like that, the more able you are to bring normalcy right now in these uncertain times, which is going to help. But having that perspective to say, I was also in a really hard time 2 or 3 years ago during X, and I got through it. And so I think that that's huge. The next thing that she talks about, which I think is key, basically, this is it, this is clutch, is reality checking your expectations. Because I think right now, especially with social media and everything that goes on, like you see all of those moms out there, like right now, I swear to God, if you guys are following Chrissy Teigen, I normally love Chrissy Teigen. Right now, I could stick a stick in Chrissy Teigen's eye because she makes like isolating look like a damn vacation. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's incredible. Like they have the best food. They're ordering amazing things. She's watching Netflix all the time. And I'm like, and it's because I'm not even going to go into all the reasons of why it looks so easy for her. I mean, I think they're pretty simple to figure out. She has a lot of help. She has somebody else to, run her business and support her. Her mom lives with her. John's there. They're millionaires. Case in point. But so I think by watching people like that, so I've just muted Chrissy Teigen for a little bit, but by watching people like that and by watching everybody else who makes this look really easy, you then expect yourself to then step into that role as well, to be well, this should be easy. I should be able to come up with ways to entertain my kids, 12 hours a day. I should be able to cook amazing, healthy, nutritious meals around the clock. I should be able to keep all of the new dishes that we've got floating around in the house, all of the excessive laundry that's here now because we're all home all the time. I should be able to handle this with ease. No, you really need to sit down and reality check those expectations to be this is a lot for you right now. I say this to my clients all the time right now because they are so stressed out and, they're struggling to stay on track. And the more that you can give yourself grace and say, okay, I'm expecting me to show up at a 10 every single day. That's not possible right now. There's a lot going on. There's financial stuff going on. We're worried about, X, Y, and Z. The kids are all home. They're driving me crazy. My husband's a third or fourth or fifth child. He's no help. Really reality check your expectations of where you're telling yourself you should be, versus where you actually should be. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not showing up at a 10 every day. I'm showing up at about a 6. And I love Rachel Hollis too. Every single day I watch her and she's throw on your jeans and act like you're going to work. I'm like, girl, I'm gonna wear my Lulus. I'm gonna feel comfortable. I'm gonna just enjoy feeling how I feel because not everything is, floating the way it should be right now. So I'm gonna do what I can to take care of myself. And so reality checking those expectations is key in terms of helping you just show yourself some grace and give yourself, take a pause and say, this isn't realistic right now. I'm not about to be Martha Stewart and look hot and wake up every day and feel so many moms I know are pajama day number 3. And I'm preach, amen, take it easy. Nobody's going to see your damn ass anyways. You might as well, how many times in your life are you ever going to get to live in your pajamas for a week? Never. So just enjoy it. Anyways, guys, I hope that that's really helpful. I think that, that's been one of the things that I've been relying on. So just to recap, FFT, first fucking time, it's you can apply this to everything in your life. So the 3 things are, fucking first time, not first fucking time. So the 3 things are, you want to normalize it. You want to put it into perspective, and you want to reality check your expectations. Because once you do all of that, it's going to take your stress, which is riding up here every single day. If you guys are like me, every single day it's up here, and it's just going to bring it down because you're going to be it's okay if my kids eat hot dogs twice in the same day. It's okay if I wear my pajamas. It's okay because guess what? This isn't going to last forever. Life is going to get back on track. And in the meantime, you want to show yourself enough grace because you are, if you think of, it was a beautiful analogy that I heard the other day. If you think of when a plane experiences turbulence everybody on that plane feels fear. Except, so when they feel fear, the one person they look at is the flight attendant. Because if that flight attendant looks cool, calm, and collected, everybody else is going to feel cool, calm, and collected. But if that flight attendant looks like she's about to lose her shit, everybody else is going to feed off that energy and lose their shit. And let me tell you right now, mamas, you are that flight attendant. So whatever you need to do to just keep a smile on your face and keep everything moving, because realistically, that's all we just need to do right now. It doesn't have to be perfect. Things just have to move. But whatever you need to do to get there, just get yourself there. Because this isn't going to last forever. But everybody is going to look to you to see if this plane is going to continue flying or if it's going to crash. And if you're running around every single day with a look on your face or acting like this thing is going to crash, everybody else is going to pick that up. So just give yourself some grace and take it easy. Anyways, guys, on that note, I am jumping off. I have to go get a couple things done before my other baby wakes up. But I will see you all on the flip side, and I hope you're having a great week. Week 2 down. A couple more to go. We'll get there. Bye.